It's Black Friday weekend. A shopper finds the perfect gift, adds it to their cart, and then their phone buzzes, the doorbell rings, dinner's ready. The moment has gone. And by the time they circle back, they've already bought from someone else. That's how fragile holiday shopping is. But with the right flows, like cart reminders that feel personal, a welcome series tuned for gifting, a thank you that inspires the next purchase, you don't just save the sale, you create momentum. And that's the power of a holiday flow makeover. I'm Laryssa, and for nearly a decade with my agency Joy Joya, I've been helping women-focused, product-based e-commerce brands grow with more intention, creativity, and clarity. We ditch the marketing formulas that don't feel like you and build strategies that actually connect. Before I dive in though, this episode is part of a whole BFCM series I'm running through the end of October. Every week, I'm unpacking a different angle of holiday marketing so you're fully prepared. And if you'd like to go deeper, I've put together my official 2025 BFCM briefing, a 15+ page strategic guide that serious brands are already using to stay ahead of the chaos. You can grab it at joyjoya.com/BFCM, and the link is also in the show notes. All right, let's get into it. Campaign emails grab attention for a moment, but flows are what actually is closing the loop for your customers at this busy time of year. They're the behind-the-scenes engine of holiday revenue, either working overtime for you or quietly leaking sales you'll never get back. So this episode is all about giving those flows a holiday makeover so that they're tuned for gifting season and pulling their weight when it matters most. Let's start with the most well-known automation or flow, which is the welcome flow. This is where gifting can begin. So let's imagine someone joins your list on November 20th. They're excited. Maybe they're hunting for a gift for their mom or their partner. And the first email they get is a generic, welcome, here's 15% off, or whatever your welcome offer is. This could have gone out at any time of the year. It's totally disconnected from the season that they're in. That is a wasted moment because right now, they don't care about your brand story as much as they care about solving a problem that they have. What am I buying and will it get here on time? So make your welcome flow feel like holiday concierge service. You're gonna lead with gifting, like we'll help you find the perfect item. Put those shipping cutoffs right up front so people know when they need to order by. And show them something easy to buy, like ready-to-ship favorites, stocking stuffers, your bestseller gifts under $200 or whatever price point makes sense. And here's the thought, you don't actually have to wait until November 20th to flip the switch on this kind of automation or flow. Holiday shopping is starting earlier and earlier every year. Even mid to late October is fair game, especially for shoppers who want to avoid stress and spread out their spending. If you're going to do the work of revamping your welcome flow, hey, you might as well let it work for you for as long as possible and really squeeze that juice out of it. Plus, by starting earlier, you get a huge advantage: early data. So you get to see how people respond, what they click, and whether the messaging is actually landing. And by the time BFCM truly hits, your welcome flow isn't just holiday ready, it's refined, tested, and pitch perfect. So the same structure as a normal welcome flow, but there's a different energy. You're not just introducing yourself casually, you're showing up like a host at the holiday party of the year, guiding them right to the best part of the buffet. Let's talk about abandoned cart versus abandoned checkout. Those are the next flows I want to cover. First, this is not the same thing. Cart abandonment is a shopper saying, maybe. Checkout abandonment is them saying, I was ready to hand over my credit card, but something got in my way. While cart abandonment is kind of like window shopping, maybe someone picked something up, admired it, was pretty interested, but they got distracted. The best way to respond to that is with inspiration. You want to remind them what they loved, plus give them a nudge that says, other people like this too, don't miss it. On the other hand, checkout abandonment is when a shopper started entering their info. Maybe they got their shipping information down. They were literally minutes away from purchase. If they stopped here, it likely wasn't a lack of interest, and there was probably some kind of friction. Maybe the shipping costs surprised them. Maybe they didn't trust the delivery timeline. Maybe they just needed reassurance that your return policies got their back or something along those lines. So your checkout abandonment emails should calm those doubts, like order today, it ships within 24 hours. Free returns if it's not the perfect gift. And keep the design of these kind of emails clean. There shouldn't be any distractions. It should just be a straight path back to either the cart or the checkout. Let's talk about browse abandonment too. So this is someone who is wandering, thinking, and you're guiding them back to that product that they were considering. So this is one step earlier than cart and checkout abandonment, at least in that buyer journey. A shopper browses your site, they're clicking around, but they don't add anything to cart. Are you going to guilt them with, did you forget something? No, they didn't forget. They were still in the consideration phase. Holiday shoppers are juggling different ideas. They're trying to comparison shop. They're trying to really find the perfect gift. So they might be on different sites simultaneously. They're looking at prices, they're seeing styles, they're looking at shipping timelines. There's a lot of things people are thinking about. This is your chance to guide them with that browse abandonment and not nag them. So this email automation could be like, hey, spotted something you like. Here are other gifts under whatever, $150, whatever that threshold is for you. Or looking for the perfect pair. Our best sellers make gifting simple so that you're suggesting other products that customers really like. Think of it like stepping into a boutique and a really helpful sales associate says, I noticed you were checking out those earrings. Can I also show you these matching necklaces? Or I have some other things in that price point. Or I have some other earrings that have blue gems or whatever it may be. And that's how you make browse abandonment a win, especially during the gift buying season. Next, I want to talk about post-purchase. Keep that story going. You might be surprised that I'm talking about post-purchase in the scope of this holiday flow glow up, because post-purchase is typically like, okay, you made the sale. Great, you did your job. But I think it still matters here, because let's say they do buy for holiday around maybe Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and you still have a couple weeks, maybe more, maybe less, depending on your business, before the shipping cutoff for holiday. They made one purchase, a success, right? You don't have to worry about anything else. But if you stop there, you could be missing an opportunity, because here, during the holidays, post-purchase can be your gold. It could be the same shopper who just bought for their sister that realized a few days later, oh yeah, actually, I still need a gift for my boss, my best friend. Oh no, I forgot so-and-so. And actually, I really liked that shopping experience. It would be great to buy something else. So let me continue my journey shopping with this brand. And if not for holiday, once the chaos of the holiday shopping season calms down, maybe they may even return for a treat for themselves. So don't just let that window close. Add one more touch. Are you still shopping? Here are stocking stuffers under 100, or beat the shipping cutoff. There's still a time to grab another gift. This is not you being pushy. You're being helpful. You're saving them from scrolling through endless websites for their next gift, because they may have forgotten, oh, okay, yeah, actually, there is an option right here for me. I don't have to look any further. The customer who buys once during Black Friday, Cyber Monday is most likely to buy again if you invite them back quickly. So consider that post purchase flow. If you're a brand that has a lot of stock fluctuation, one thing you should consider is like a low stock or a back in stock flow. So again, if you have limited inventory that moves fast and fluctuates, like for example, you have small batch runs of your products, during the holidays, that kind of scarcity is a superpower. So you would be setting up a flow that triggers when an item's nearly gone or has just come back. For example, low stock. Let customers know only 3 left. Order now to guarantee holiday delivery. Is it back in stock? Celebrate that. Good news, our most gifted bracelet or whatever item is back in stock just in time for the holidays. These aren't just inventory updates, they create urgency and excitement, and that can be communicated through your flows. And for shoppers who already are in gifting mode, that tiny nudge can be the difference between maybe later and I need to buy this now. Next, I want to talk about wish list reminders. This is one you may not have considered, but it only works if you have an app or integration on your website that lets shoppers save their favorites. I find a lot of our clients that have Shopify stores, maybe they installed a wish list app, or it was part of their Shopify theme. And they actually have customers who have saved their wish lists, but then they let that data sit there gathering dust. Think about the timing here. The holidays are when people actually act on those wish lists. They're buying for themselves, they're sending links to partners and loved ones. They're hoping someone will gift their wish list to them. So set up a flow that checks in, like, we noticed this piece on your wish list, order by whatever date to guarantee holiday delivery. Or flip it around if it's a low stock item. Do you still want this? Heads up, this style's running low. A wish list flow feels like a thoughtful reminder from a friend. It doesn't have to feel like a sales pitch. And when inboxes get really noisy, that personal touch can make all the difference. So I do want to mention SMS flows. The majority of what I've been talking about so far is really focused on email, but SMS is totally relevant in all of these cases too, and we should not forget about it. Because while your emails are powerful, most of your shoppers are glued to their phones, especially over a long weekend when they are away from their desks and enjoying some time off, time with their family. SMS is your real-time channel. You do want to use it in tandem with the email versions of all these flows. So cart reminders that land within an hour to their phone. Do you still want this? Ships today if you order now. Those checkout nudges straight to the phone. You're so close, order by X date for guaranteed delivery for the holidays. Even post-purchase, your order is confirmed. There's still time to grab a gift card or an add-on. SMS should be short, keep it human. Think of it like a quick tap on the shoulder. This is not a glaring billboard. And I have a bonus idea for you. So last year's gifters are not ones to ignore. This is technically not a flow, but it might be your most profitable holiday segment. In your email platform, I want you to pull a list of customers who shopped with you last holiday season. And if you can, get specific. Who bought your gift sets? Who left a gift note? These are your gifters. And send them specifically a campaign that feels like you've been paying attention because you have been. Are you shopping for gifts again this year? We've got you covered. Give them maybe early access to holiday drops, or simply remind them that you're here to make gifting easy again. This group already trusted you once. Don't let another brand scoop them up this year. Your holiday flows are either working for you or against you. They're the quiet sales team running in the background. And during BFCM, the difference between winning and losing often comes down to how well they do their job. A holiday flow makeover doesn't mean building new automations from scratch. It means making your existing flows sharper, faster, and more tuned to the season. So it's the same foundation, but you've got brighter lights. They're impossible to miss. And if you do 2 or 3 of these makeovers that I mentioned, you'll feel the lift, more clicks, more sales, more momentum. Put them all in place and you'll have a quiet sales team running 24/7 while you're focused on everything else this season throws at you. If you want more examples and strategies, grab my 2025 BFCM briefing at joyjoya.com/BFCM. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos for even more tips.